welcome to Thrive at Home, where we believe that not everyone needs to see a therapist, but everyone can benefit from what a therapist sees. My name is Carrie.
My name is Sam.
And today we're talking about something, well, you experienced it recently.
That's right.
A question: how do you get people to talk?
That's right. So I actually had a call in from one of our advertisements, and it was actually not a client, but a student. So someone who is pursuing counseling. And she said, well, how do you get clients to talk? You know, how do you get someone to open up? And it was very interesting because I said a couple of things really fast, you know, open-ended questions, reflective listening, and whatever. And then I'm not even certain if we got hung up on or what happened, but the phone call disconnected, and that was it. And as I was sitting there at my desk, I got to thinking, you know, I would like to demonstrate to her what it's like to get someone to open up, because that's something that I am good at and I really enjoy. And part of that is my personality. I'm a woo from the Strengths Finder, which is winning others over. And so I just called her back up and said, hey, I was thinking about your project and I wanted you to experience what that was like, because I thought maybe that would benefit. And then I got to thinking, you know what? There are people that kind of watch our video blogs that would benefit from how to get someone to open up, because maybe you find people continue to shut down. And this could be spouses, this could be kids, this could be, you know, coworkers, whatever it would be. So I wanted to share what I did.
Yeah, and it's such a good, it is a skill, and it's something that you need to work on and demonstrate, because not everybody does it come naturally for.
That's correct. That's correct. So, but there are skills that people can learn to increase their ability. That's the key.
That's right.
It's not just a natural thing. Okay, so I called her back and I started off with, so how long have you been in school? You know, or what year are you? And so then she shared what year she was. And then I said, so what's your dream? What are you hoping to do when you get out? She shared something about she wanted to work at the Wounded Warrior Project, and because she had been in the Army for 6 years. And I said, well, that's really interesting. I work, you know, full time with the Marine Corps. And she was like, wow, you know. And so then it just started talking. And I said, well, what's one of the greatest struggles you're having right now? And so she didn't know me from Adam. And the next thing you know, she's talking about how working a couple of jobs, going to school, she's skimming her reading because she doesn't have time. And so we started talking about margins and life balance and really learning to take care of yourselves. And it wasn't...
That's really amazing.
Yeah, it wasn't long. And then here's this complete stranger, you know, and we're having this conversation. So I wanted to break it down what was happening. So one is open-ended questions. So if you want someone to talk, and we've talked about asking better questions, but that's a huge key. You cannot, if you're using yes or no questions, they're going to shut the conversation down. The next is reflective listening. So when you are talking and you're hearing the story, you're actually reflecting back a little bit of what you're hearing.
Right. So repeating back a piece.
That's it.
Just, you know, wow, it's really interesting. You worked for 6 years
That's
with
right.
the, you know, Marine Corps. So it's like giving a nugget of something that they've given you, and then putting it back out there. It's like, then they feel that person relates, or that person really heard.
Right. And then, so I asked her, I said, because then there's two other components that I think are the secret sauce, if I might say, of getting people to open up. I said, so at what point did you trust me? Right? Because that's another deal, right? There is a level of trust that has to be established before somebody divulges information. Because the truth is, people want to talk.
Right.
People love to talk about themselves, and they're waiting for that opportunity. But if you've had a bad experience where you started talking about yourself and now the salesman all of a sudden starts selling you on it, that's no fun.
Right.
You know, you want someone to just hear. So she said, well, when you call back because you were interested in my project and helping me succeed. And then the next was, it was the connection. So care and connection. So when you want someone to open up, you've got to demonstrate that you care. And this is a well-known saying, but people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. And that just won't go away. I mean, that's just true. And then the next piece is seek to find the connection with them. Share a little something about your story without hijacking the conversation, but share a little something that lets you know hey, I kind of know what that's like. And I think for parents in particular, and spouses as well, often we get locked into what's different about our experience. Well, when I was a kid, I had to walk, uphill both ways to school in 5 foot of snow. Well, that's not helping your kid connect in an iPod generation.
Right.
Right? That's making us feel distant. So you want to find the connection. And the same is with spouses, like one staying at home and the other one's working. Well, and so sometimes, we don't have anything to talk about. No. You've got to find what are the areas that are similar to talk about. And when you start doing that, to me, that's the secret sauce to getting people to talk.
Right. And even looking for ways that even though your day, in that particular instance, even though your day is nothing alike,
right,
the emotions you experience throughout that day are similar, right? And the things that come up, I'm sure that there is a piece that you can relate to.
Absolutely.
But it takes wanting to, it takes the caring, and it takes asking the right kinds of questions, not just getting that yes/no response.
Yeah. And that's back to that care. Like if you really don't care what your spouse's day was like, then you're probably not going to get them to open up.
Right.
There's got to be some genuine, I really want to know. All right. Well, we're Thrive at Home, and we do relationship coaching. You can find out more about what we do on our website at www.thriveathome.com. And thanks for watching.